For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's always fun to look around and see fans singing our Star-Spangled Banner. Getting in the spirit. Should be a good one tonight. Don't go away.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Right here on 2K Sports, get ready for the Dallas Mavericks against the Hawks in Atlanta. Looking at the Hawks, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. So right around the halfway mark, we're starting to see MVP candidates emerge. Shaq, you won that honor back in 2000, putting up tremendous numbers.
Yeah, I had a career high in averages, points, and assists, and that was the year of my first championship, Bernie.
Shaq, do you think you should have won more than one MVP?
I sure did. I got robbed twice.
I think overall in your career you should have had 4. But in 2000, when I was working as a student analyst watching you, man, that was a great Laker team.
I appreciate you very much.
Pleasure to know you. Honor
Thanks.
to be sitting here next to you. Isn't
so-
this guy the greatest?
Man, it's Shaq Mendes.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. And tonight we'll see the Dallas Mavericks as they go up against the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Atlanta, it hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason.
And if you look at the Hawks right now, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but can they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the offseason with which to build on?
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in a power forward. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt, and it's Dedmon in at the 5 down low. Now here's Brunson. The fadeaway. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now here's Doncic. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. Kept alive. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, when you see Porzingis attack the glass, you want to stand up in your seat. There's been these opportunities where we've seen him flying in for some highlight dunks.
Here's Collins. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Miami.
Lest us not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
4 on the clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Dedmon's shot is off. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Atlanta with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Hardaway with a wide open look, drains the three-pointer.
Oh, that's a rhythm shot, and when Tim Hardaway Jr. finds that kind of rhythm, he becomes a much more solid offensive option.
Young inside. Brunson covering. Young's shot is off.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
Now here's Hardaway. He's coming off a 16-point game against Orlando.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now, here's Hunter. He's tightly guarded. Kicks it out to Collins. Shot clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, Brent, he's bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Yeah, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
And the first one at the line is good. Halfway through the season, Brent, as a team, are you still discovering new ways to win?
Yeah, I would say if you had a set of encyclopedias, when you get to around January, you should be in the MN section, Kevin. So do people know what encyclopedias are? But
I can picture in my mind. I know exactly what you're saying.
So from that point on in the season, you have a great foundation to build on, and there's a lot of things that you can do that are just slight wrinkles to what it is you already do, and that's the great thing for coaches, is to challenge the players to see how far through that encyclopedia we can go. What letter can we get to in the alphabet by the end of the year?
And they get it back. The Hawks trail by 3. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Herter. Hawks with the new shot clock. Shot's good by Dedmon.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Lloyd Pierce. He said to win this game, it's all about how we handle Luka Doncic. We'll have to be on our toes defensively. Kevin, we'll see if they're able to slow down the Slovenian sensation.
All right, thank you, David.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Here's Herter. A 17-point game for him in the win against Miami.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Last time they met was in Dallas.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights-out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
That free throw good from Doncic.
Well, some people looking at Atlanta and their situation in terms of the rebuild and wondering what direction they would go. They've made some pretty solid picks. Got John Collins at the 19th pick as a foundation piece, and then obviously drafting Trae Young and Kevin Herter, relying on shooting on the perimeter, and things moving along swiftly in Atlanta.
Now, here's Collins. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now, here's Doncic, guarded closely. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. That one good for 2. Doncic has got 7 points. And John Collins, Brent, falling that late in the first round shows you how deep that draft was.
Now, some people thought it was going to be a slow rebuild in Atlanta. They've made some pretty good picks, grabbing Collins, as you mentioned, and then last year picking up Trae Young and Kevin Huerter in the draft and relying on some shooting. That number 19 has been pretty lucky so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Mavericks leading by 6. Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic left side. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Huerter, guarded by Doncic. Huerter passes to Collins. Back to Dedmon. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Young, and he banks in the layup.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
The Mavericks have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Brunson the pass to Finney-Smith. And there's the pass to Doncic. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's Huerter. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Young. He hits it from 9. Young's got his 2nd basket.
Shifty guard Trae Young finds his ways into some of those cracks and crevices.
Runs in the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Kleba. Pass to Doncic. Lets it go from 14. And it's Dallas with another.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Young outside. It's deflected. 2nd chance shot. Now here's Doncic. Defense right on him. Lets it go from deep.
Well, Dedmon's reach is a huge advantage there to help him tally some more blocked shots.
Here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Good defensive work there by Young. The Hawks trail by 6. Huerter passes to Dedmon, and Dedmon throws it down.
You got to keep the ball moving, and that time Huerter's pass leads to an open look.
The Mavericks have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Doncic outside, back to Brunson. He feeds it to Doncic. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Hunter. Passes it to Huerter. That one dropped for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Focused shot there and a tough one. Give Huerter credit.
Doncic outside. Puts it up from 15. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Dallas also making some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Curry comes in for Luka Doncic. And it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson. Now here's Teague. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Bembry misses. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked, but the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard. This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Bembry, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Teague. Here's Fernando. The shot that time not on target. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Outside Curry. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Hawks trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Teague left side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Fernando. Atlanta again missing. And it's Wright with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's Bembry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
And here is Wright. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
Dallas making a switch here. Berea's checked in. Clock at 6. Teague inside the line. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Mavericks leading by 8. Here's Wright. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
And the Hawks making a change here. Reddish is checked in.
What's up?
Free throw drops for Wright. The Hawks trail by 11. Teague feeling it out a bit. Pass to the Bembry. Here's Fernando. Now Reddish. He's coming off a 16-point game against Miami. Clock is at 3. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now here's Curry. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. Now the pass to Kleba. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Teague with the ball. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. The Mavericks on top as they wrap up the first quarter on a 14-6 run. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
They've got Bembry, also Teague out there. Jones is out there with Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Teague can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Has to call Stein for 3. Rebound Atlanta. Here's Bembry. Kicks it to Reddish. Jones dishes to Reddish. Over Curry. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Reddish. And here is Wright. 7 points in the game. Here's the teardrop, and he lays it up and in. Wright's got 9 points.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here's Teague, banked in off the glass. Teague's got his second bucket of the night.
Just a stellar job from Jeff Teague to get hit and still possess the wherewithal to finish off the play.
Cauley Stein finds Curry. Wright with it. Back to Curry. Five to shoot. Reddish grabs the rebound.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Curry passes to Cauley Stein. Outside, Porzingis. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
Passes it to Fernando. Top of the key, Teague shoots over Barea. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Well, nice shifty move from Teague that helped create the look.
Now Barea. No points in the game yet for him. Right outside. Back to Berea. Puts up a three. That shot off the mark. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Here's Teague. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis. Brent, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player,
Superstar,
but
right.
you know the role that he had for
Yes,
the
I
teams
do.
that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely, from year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Seth Curry, and Doncic is subbed in for DeLon Wright. Both good from the line that time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Berea finds Doncic. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Teague's got the ball, and he makes that one. Teague's got 10 points in the quarter.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Pass to Porzingis. And Berea has it in the corner over Young. Dallas again missing. The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Rett. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Monday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
First one falls for him. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Teague. Both shots good from the stripe.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Doncic outside. Dishes it to Cauley-Stein. Finney-Smith passes to Berea. Cauley-Stein. Again the miss by the Mavericks. And the Hawks with possession. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Hunter. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley-Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
The Hawks making a switch here. Graham's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Jalen Brunson in for J.J. Berea. Brunson finds Hardaway. And here is Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Now here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's Young. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Out to Doncic. 3 Lead away. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Herter, guarded by Doncic, and Herter gets it to go. Herter's got 7.
Herter making it look easy that time on the pick and roll as the off guard.
Dallas has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Brunson with it. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Brunson. Young against Porzingis. Shot from the wing. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
He's perfect from the line this time.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Here's Porzingis. That one's off, still out of sync. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. DeAndre Hunter, 3rd.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
Young taking his time here. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Such a precise player. When Young notices those kind of openings, he definitely is looking to attack.
Doncic outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got 15.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Herter. Nice D from Porzingis. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. It's Young on the wing. The Mavericks pull it in. Outside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about Kristaps taking a little something out on that rim?
Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 17-6 run. Outside, Collins. Here's Grant. Guarded by Hardaway. From beyond the arc. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Mavericks trail by 3. Doncic outside. Throws it up high. And he lays in the alley-oop.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Young passes to Hunter. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Hardaway for 3. Here's Doncic. So they take the lead. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
And here's Young from the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples. Brunson scanning the floor.
Doncic right side. Collins grabs the miss. The Hawks leading. Here's Graham. They shoot again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Atlanta, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. The first free throw is good. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Wright comes in for Jalen Brunson. And so he makes both from the line. Mavericks trail by 4. Doncic feeling it out. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Curry's checked in for the Mavericks. He hits the second from the line. 1:15 left to play here in the half. Atlanta leading by 3. Here's Bembry, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Dedmon. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
And Wright kicks to Curry. Back to Wright. 6 to shoot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Teague is checked in for Young. And so he hits both. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Teague against Curry. Teague drives in.
Awesome job by Jeff Teague to pick up some steam on the drive and pick up a foul in the process.
For Atlanta, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. The first one falls.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Right inside. Graham defending, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. No good on the second free throw. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Curry outside. No good that time. Jeff Teague firing on all cylinders for the Atlanta Hawks. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jeff Teague. Jeff, they grabbed the lead on you guys. How were you able to grab it back?
Came back in and just started playing harder. We know these are some crucial games for us right now at home, and we just got to go out there and try to get wins.
Well, we'll see who grabs it last. Jeff, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Jeff Teague playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, they're doing a great job of pushing the action and getting to the foul line. They aren't just pulling up for uncontested shots. They're making the defense react to them. In transition, on the dribble, and with those quick cuts, they're in attack mode. That's dangerous. To beat them, you need to force them to play more defensively.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, no question, Arnie. They need to improve their three-point shooting. When you shoot in the low 30s, you can dig yourself in a deep, abysmal hole. You like that word, Arnie? Abysmal, I can't spell it, but it sounds nice. Anyway, when the open 3 is there, fine, shoot it. But we saw at least a few situations where they should have worked for a better shot.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Kleba in at the 5 spot.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man. Well, as good as he is offensively, the challenge for Trae Young as the years go on here is to stand up defensively and shut down whoever he's guarding. Small and slender. If he can become just a little bit above average on that floor, that's a huge win for the entire team.
Atlanta leading by 5 to the middle. Here's Herter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Herter's got 9 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. That free throw good from Doncic. And he said he's eager to change the narrative about his defensive shortcomings. But, Brent, what does Trae Young need to do to improve there?
Well, I think he has to look at the approach that Steph Curry had. You remember with the Warriors, a lot of questions about Steph not being able to guard his position and shifting off with Clay. Well, Trae's got to accept that challenge as much as he's trying to lead this team offensively. If he can show defensively he can be consistent, that's going to go a long way for these young Hawks.
Now, here's Hunter. Brunson covering. Young against Doncic. Shots good from Young. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. Back to Brunson. Dallas moving it around. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Hardaway with the steal. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
Young passes to Dedmon. Here's Huerter. Guarded by Porzingis. Huerter, no good.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Brunson, good.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
And Young kicks to Collins. Porzingis with the block, and they're able to recover. And that one's good. Hunter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Doncic right side. And the dunk by Doncic.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And the Hawks making a change here. Jones is checked in. There's a break in the action, so a rundown now. The most reliable power forwards and centers over the past month when it comes to shooting the basketball. 4th, John Collins.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
Well, you can pretty much count it when they get the ball down low like that. You got to give them credit for working hard to get themselves open. Their percentages certainly wouldn't be as high as they are if they couldn't knock down those open 15-footers.
Just 4 to shoot. Shots good from Young.
And Trae Young showing you variety. He can score in a lot of ways.
Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. From 20 feet out. Again, the Mavericks score.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Herter passes to Young. To the inside. Here's Hunter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Herter. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Hunter.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. And Dallas also making a switch. Berea's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Mavericks trail by 3. Doncic outside. Berea with it. And it's Reddish picking him up. Basket counts.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Young kicks to Collins. Now, here's Reddish. Guarded by Doncic. Fires from the wing. And it's in there. That's now 8 points for Cam Reddish.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
From deep, Berea. No good, shot missing. And Atlanta will come the other way. Now, here's Reddish. Guarded by Hardaway. Here's Collins. The layup missed. Mavericks trailed by 3. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Doncic. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Hawks have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Swiped away. And here is Hardaway. He has 5. From deep, Berea. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Hardaway.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Jones dishes to Hunter. Now Young, 15 points in the game. Atlanta again missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. Porzingis with the ball. Jones covering. Stolen by Collins. Doncic against Young. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there. And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high-usage player. He is highly efficient.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
More and more as Porzingis is playing these minutes and has these scoring opportunities, he's dealing with the contact much better.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Seth Curry comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Wright in for J.J. Barea. That free throw good from Porzingis. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Now, here's Doncic. 25 points in the game. From past the arc. No good on that one.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Curry with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Porzingis. From deep. And Jones pulls it down.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Right side Curry. And another shot. Porzingis can't hit.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Outside, Jones. Here's Teague. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. The Hawks making a switch here. Graham's checked in. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Here's Bembry. The Mavericks pull it in. Cauley Stein's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Doncic. Good work there as it goes. Doncic has got 9 points now in just the second half. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a 1-point game. Here's Reddish. Atlanta again missing. Mavericks shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Here's Wright. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
That gives them the lead. Curry's got 5 points so far. third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And Teague, here we go. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Wright, left side. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Teague with the ball. Now Wright defending. Teague against Curry. Teague the pass to Fernando. Over Wright. Changes up. Fernando, that's good.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Doncic. Reddish grabs the rebound. Reddish has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Wright. 12 points for him. Here's the floater. Kleba. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Luka Doncic.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. Kevin Huerter comes in for DeAndre Bembry.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. Mavericks trailed by 5. Here's Curry. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Curry's got 4 this quarter.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
Teague against Wright. 6 to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And what makes Jeff Teague such a tough cover is his skill in drawing fouls.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Teague. Hunter's checked in for Atlanta. And Dallas with a change here too. Brunson's checked in. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. Mavericks trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Brunson. Off target from outside. Here's Hunter. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. Eight seconds left in the third. And here is Teague from deep 3-point range. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Then it's Dwayne Dedman. Then there's Teague. And it's Fernando in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Right outside. Back to Kleba. Launches it. Unable to get that one. And Atlanta will come the other way. Teague left side. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Love how Jeff Teague did not fear that attempt. He was amongst the trees, but it did not affect the shot.
Now Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Atlanta with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
Brunson kicks to Porzingis. Inside. Here's Curry. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
First free throw is good. Atlanta making a switch here. Collins is checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Hardaway's checked in for Wright. And both free throws good for Curry. Atlanta leading by 7. Now here's Teague. Lets a floater go, and the layup is good. Teague's got 19 points.
As we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
Well, after the boos on draft night when he got to the league, you could immediately recognize the unique talents of Kristaps Porzingis, and he keeps trying to raise the bar for himself. An exciting young player for the league.
Young's checked in for Jeff Teague. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Here's Herter. Lays it up and banks it in. Herter's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Porzingis with the ball. Pass to Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hardaway. Dedmon with the block.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
That one goes in, and now it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
More and more showing his well-rounded offensive game. That's Herter in his comfort zone.
Runs in the pass to Curry. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Now, he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the pill.
And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. Young passes to Herter. He dishes it to Collins. It's Young on the wing. Pass to Herter. Goes up to the stripe. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And there's the call on Kevin Herter. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Here's Brunson. From deep.
Collins just understanding that his length can bother shooters, so he's using that.
Here's Herter, guarded by Curry. And Herter gets it to go. Herter's got 6 points in the quarter. Mavericks trail by 13. Outside Hardaway. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Curry. Atlanta with the rebound. Dedmon's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The pass to Hunter. He kicks to Dedmon. To the middle. Outside Collins. 5 on the clock. From the baseline. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Hardaway passes to Brunson. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Porzingis kicks to Curry. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Dedmon finds Young to the inside and finished off by Collins.
Just has a nose for the dunks. Collins up there once again.
Mavericks trail by 13. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Curry. He's guarded by Collins. Here's Young. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 10 points in just the second half.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here's Porzingis. Over Collins. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Now Young. Lays it up off the glass. Young's got 4 this quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Clock at 4. A baseline J. The offensive rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And Dedmon throws it down.
Really moves well out there, Dedmon, for a guy his size, and you check out the lift on that dump.
Now here's Brunson, defended by Young. Here's Doncic. Dedmon with the block. And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
It's really all about Trae Young and his skill. And you know how many hours that takes, Kevin? I mean, he is putting time in the gym to show you what he's capable of out here on this floor, and he makes it look easy.
One shot.
And Brent for Trae Young. Remarkable how his game has grown.
It's going to be interesting over the next 3 to 5 years what kind of layers Trae Young can add to his game. We know he is a prolific shooter. He's got deep range. He's a good playmaker, but how good does he want to be? We're going to find out how complete he can be.
And that one's good. Hunter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Now here's Brunson, defended by Young. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Trying to get something going. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm?
Here's Young. It's hauled in by Porzingis. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Young passes to Dedmon. Here's Herter. That one, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. Brunson with it, guarded by Hunter. Hardaway. Hunter grabs the miss. Hunter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Passes it to Herter. There's the dish to Young. The Hawks again can't hit. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Doncic outside. Good on the 13-footer. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
And here's Young from the arc. That one misses. And it's Dallas the other way. Looking to end his cold spell. He lays it in.
Timeout, timeout.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Here's Young. Outside Collins. Buries it down low. Collins has got 4 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Doncic, no good on the free throw. The Hawks leading by 18. Pass to Fernando. The shot misses. Nice D from Porzingis. Hardaway for three. Nailed from three-point land.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
There's the pass to Young. From deep. No good that time.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And it's Doncic. That time on the assist from Hardaway. 35 points for Luka Doncic. Now, here is Young. Defense is right there. Collins up top. To the paint. Young's shot is off.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
That one falls.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact
of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Dallas. They're on a 15-4 run. Here's Hardaway. Another shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now, here's Reddish. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.